right back. Alright, let's just get these tweets going. It would be nice if there was a built-in tweet thing in OBS. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright everyone, it's me, Junson Chan. Today is December 16th, 2017. This one's gonna be a slightly different video. Because I actually have been, procrastinating a little bit on updating the book for Mind Bigly. Because of so many changes that happened since, pretty much the last 6 months of this year, mostly because Bitcoin's been skyrocketing. I've had to basically document all the changes that were occurring. Where is it? As Bitcoin goes up in price, because when Bitcoin goes up in price, it affects everything else. So, first and foremost, I've decided that I'm going to make the video first so I can basically post the link in the book. So for those of you who bought the Kindle book, instead of reading the update, you can just watch this video. But in case you just don't feel like watching the video, you just read what I say in the book. It just makes it easier for everyone, including me. So because Bitcoin's going up in price, basically all the altcoins, the proof of stake coins, that plus hyperinflation basically means that the coin is going to be worth less than 1 Satoshi of a Bitcoin. So now Cryptopia is closing these markets, which means you now have to use these two tabs, the Litecoin and the Dogecoin markets, to continue trading. Usually you're going to get the same amount of money, even though everything seems to be going up and down, and you might start panicking. I mean, I definitely know how that feels like. In fact, I think today I must have wasted like 4 to 6 hours just watching and refreshing, the 808 pages for Dog and Litecoin, right, for the 808 market. But that's actually pretty bad. But that's a personal flaw that I've always had to deal with. So basically, it's the same as before. When you go on Coinbase, you can either buy Bitcoin or Litecoin. You could probably just do with either, but I would actually recommend that you just buy Litecoin, and then you use the Litecoin to buy your 808 coins. Because either way, since you now have to trade as Litecoin or Dogecoin, you gotta think about how many times you have to exchange different currencies to eventually exchange for what you ultimately want. So basically, it's kind of like foreign currency exchange in real life between countries, except this one is all digital and somewhat less annoying. So pretty much this is what you're going to be interested in. 808_LTC, that's the Litecoin market. I think eventually this might drop down to 1 as well. So that means the only market left will be the Dogecoin market, which will be up here. 808, click Dog, and then now you have Dogecoin. For me personally, I've been favoring selling all my 808 coins as Dogecoin, and then converting it into either Bitcoin or Litecoin. Today, I keep forgetting to add that tweet to the profile. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 sec. This is the one disadvantage of being a one-man operation. There's usually a mistake that occurs. So let me add this to Bitcoin transaction profits. Copy link to tweet. And this is the one that I was doing. In the previous video that I last did, I was trying to get compound coin with my Dogecoin, and then it partially filled, and I was just like, okay, I don't feel like waiting anymore, because Dogecoin was actually increasing in price. So I decided to just cash out and get my Litecoin here. How much did I say I got? Yeah, at the time I got $1,200, and had I waited a couple more hours, I would have gotten actually $1,500. Whoops. But hey, free money is free money, and this is why I don't actually do day trading or capital gains type trades, because for me, I'm definitely going to be like those 90% of the people who lose. So that's why I always just go for cash flow, because that's the sure bet. That's the surefire thing. Maybe one of you watching this might actually be the chosen one. In which case, knock yourself out. When you become a millionaire, don't donate me like 10,000, 100,000 bucks. As a thank you. Obviously you don't have to. Um, but anyway, that's pretty much it. And then is this compound? Yeah. And then if you're doing compound coin on Cryptopia, it's the same thing. Litecoin. And well, instead of scrolling down, you can just type in comp at the top of the search, and then click this. And then here you go, compound coin and Litecoin. I already had it set to that. And then same thing with dog. Of course I do dog, but I mean, this might not be relevant, especially far into the future, but I do think this is a price mismatch, because I still can't figure out what is wrong with the coin that like it's gone down so much. But the only thing I can think of is this coin is only like 3 or 4 months old, and the community is still very small. So maybe there's just a lot of uncertainty. But all the other fundamental factors are there for a much higher price bump. It's going to have less APR, so therefore hyperinflation is much less. It already has less inflation than 808 coin. However, you can compound your compound coin every 24 hours, so maybe that does cause a lot of downward pressure, and maybe the market is pricing that in. So, hopefully over time, an equilibrium will be found, and then hopefully that equilibrium will be a lot more than this not so great price. In my case, my $4,000 or $5,000 investment in compound coin is probably now worth like 1,000 or so, maybe slightly less. But I'm obviously not going to panic or sell at this low price, because I always buy in knowing that I'm going to stick with it long term. Just like Warren Buffett says, his favorite holding period is forever. So that's what I'm going. That's what I'm going to do with this. So when it reaches block 100,000, let's see, where's it? Comp rocks. When it reaches 100,000, it's going to go down to 250% APR. So that's when I'll expect the actual prices to change. All right. So with that little was it diversion? No, digression. That's the word. With that little digression out of the way, I'm going to come back to this in a sec to talk about prices, but let's say it's been a while, it's been a few months, you want to start cashing out. Like you said in the book, I recommend 30% of your minted stake should be withdrawn and sold for profit. You're going to have to come back and either sell your 808 coin and all your other altcoins either as Litecoin to 808 coin if you're doing 808, or obviously 808 coin as Dogecoin, and it's going to be the same thing. So for example, this is the current price, and yeah, let's just say I had 100,000 to sell, right? It's really not a lot, but this is just for an example. I have my price. If I were logged in, there'd be a sell button here, but obviously I don't log in on live videos because I don't want to reveal my login info. I've already had hackers actually try to log in. Obviously they failed, but you can never be too safe with this stuff. And then let's say, I sell, and now I have, let's just say I have 1,100 dog. Then what you want to do is you want to go to either Bitcoin dog or the Litecoin dog market. Either one will work. I mean, you probably know by now how to left click and then scroll and browse, but I've memorized it to the point where I actually know the actual URL. So you can either go to the dog BTC market, which is Bitcoin, of course, and then current highest buy order for dog is 29 satoshis. So oh, hold on. What type of PC do I have? It's a custom built Intel i2700K, but it has a lot of upgraded parts. Obviously, I have a GTX 1070. This was originally made for video gaming, but I don't play as many video games anymore because I'm not as stressed out from my parents. But I still occasionally play video games, but I don't know if I'll be streaming it for a while. Um, let's see, but yeah, where was I? Yeah, so obviously, I'm still new to this live streaming thing since I haven't done it in a while, so I still have to adjust. But um, let's say you had your 1100 dog, and then you sell it for, this is a pretty damn good price, 29 satoshis of Bitcoin. Then you get, then you sell. Now, obviously, I use much bigger numbers, but I think you get the idea. And then you'll get, 32,000 satoshis of Bitcoin. So when you're at my level, you'll be making big money. So you'll actually be doing, say, 110,000 dog. And that's not even a lot, but let's say you sold 110,000 dog. Now you have 3% of a Bitcoin, 3.1%. Then you withdraw that, to your Coinbase account or to whatever account you want to use it for, and yeah, you just made 608 bucks. So even though the Bitcoin market for 808 coin has been delisted, you're still going to be able to make money, right? It's just that the way it looks is going to be a little different. So as I say in my book, Mind Bigly, don't panic, don't ever panic. That is how you lose money, guaranteed, right? How many people have you known that when the markets tank, especially in the stock market, everyone panics, then they're like, oh my god, I gotta sell, I need cash right now. And then as soon as they do that, a week later, a month later, 6 months later, or maybe even a couple years later, everything skyrockets back up, and now they're screwed. Now they have something, they have cash, but had they held, they would have made back all the losses, paper losses, that they that they incurred when the market was crashing. So, and I get it, right? It's scary, especially if you're an actual hard worker with like an actual job, and then you work your whole life and put your retirement into this stuff, and then you see all your like decades of hard work just disappear in a matter of hours. Yeah, I mean that can be very nerve-wracking. But you just have to remember something. Markets and money and all that stuff are social constructs. So as long as like the human race doesn't die and everyone agrees that there's a fundamental value to everyone and everything, even if it's just a little bit, that's all that you need. Eventually, optimism will come back and prices will go back up. When there's too much optimism, pessimism comes in and markets crash. That's why we call it a bear market. That's just how it goes. Ebb and flow, up and down, just like I say in the book. Cryptocurrencies will be no different. So yeah, and then can I invest $500 on Bitcoin? It actually depends on what you want to do. Crazy King. I mean, investing is generally got two ultimate goals. Do you want to make quick cash through capital gains, which I personally don't recommend, or do you want cash flow, which is basically what I do, and that's why I do all these things. If you invest $500 in Bitcoin now, you'll probably do okay, because I actually want Bitcoin to go down because it's causing me too many problems with the altcoins, but that doesn't seem to be what the free markets want. So, I mean, you're probably gonna have to be much more specific, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin's probably going up. In fact, I think Bitcoin has been going up. It's almost at 20K now. I remember it was at like 18,000 or 17,500. Where is it? Yeah, when I woke up this morning. Yeah, it was at 16,500 because this was the cashed, and then now it's at 19,300. And you're like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. It's probably gonna be like 22 grand. So, Yeah, but just remember though that because Bitcoin's gone up so much that some of us are expecting a correction. So that basically means the price is going to suddenly drop 20, 30, 40, even 50%. I've been through those a lot too when, Bitcoin was at 200, 300, and even $1,000. So, yeah. Yeah, cash flow. So I mean, I don't know if you bought my book or if you're new here, but basically, I mine Bitcoin through altcoins. And the one altcoins that I do are 808 coin. Wait, is this 808? Oh, through 808 coin. Compound coin's a brand new coin that I got into last week, and I have to finish the video regarding that. And another secondary coin called Sprouts coin. These coins basically mean that you pretty much have a bunch of coins, let's say a million of whatever these coins, you let it sit in your wallet, and then after like 5 days or 8 days, it self generates, 20% of itself. And then you do whatever you want with with that 20%. So if I had a million coins, after 8 days, I'll have, what's 20% of that? 20% of 1 million is 200,000. So I have 1.2 million 808 coins. So I have a net profit of 200,000 808 coins. I can do whatever I want with it. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial video to update my book, where I teach people, take your coins and sell it for like Dogecoin, and then you take your Dogecoin, you do whatever you want with it. That's how I make my money, and that whole process repeats itself, and that's cash flow. Notice that I don't play for capital gains, where I hope that the price goes up or it goes down, because that's just hard. It's also very risky. So that's what it is in a nutshell. How much does this cost a son of a bit? Well, no, Bitcoin is free. I'm gonna type in. I mean, I should put my affiliate link in here, but it's fine. Yeah, just sign up at Coinbase, and then you can like. I don't know what other currencies they take outside of the United States, but I live in the U.S., so I just use Coinbase. And then you can just find out from there. I mean, hopefully you're not a criminal or a terrorist or yeah, in either order, because obviously they can't accept criminals. But you can get your Bitcoin wallet there. All right. Well, I'm starting to get off track a little, so I should hurry this up a bit. Um, Compound coin. Oh, okay. So Compound Coin pays 500%, but by the time you watch this video, it's either going to pay 250% or annual 250 APR or 250% a year, or 125%, depending on the halving. Now the problem with, I'm hoping in the future the developer will upgrade the wallet so you don't have to do these stupid steps, but this one's a little more complicated than 808 or Sprouts coin. So pretty much, I'm gonna link to this specific thread that I created for you guys on the Bitcoin Talk forum. You want to go to compoundcoins.com. Just go. Great. Don't be slow. Okay, I think Compound coin. Did I misspell it? Oh, I misspelled it because I wrote too many HTTP. Jeez. Alright, I messed up a little bit. Hold on, guys. I gotta edit my own little reply. But obviously, you go to that site. What? Oh, I guess they added for you. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Did that work? You have got to be kidding me. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time. Problem is, I put in HTTP and stupid thing is just adding extra crap to it. Alright. Reload. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you go to compoundcoins.com and then you just simply get the wallet here. The guy actually just updated the site, so I know he's still active. He created a compound.conf file for you. And then once you run the wallet one time, close it, you have to replace two files. Those two files are replaced by this. This was posted by the developer on page like 26 or 27, but I brought it up for you, so that would be a lot easier. Let me see. That's the developer compound coin, and yep, there it is. And here's the thing. So it's the exact same thing, and this is the instructions. Replace the So this file contains two files: peers.dat. Wait, peers.dat. Okay. Well, there's supposed to be a second file, but it's in the package. So just copy and replace, and you're good to go. And then of course install the compound.conf file, and then it should sync because it has like problems syncing. This one, but the thing about compound coin is I did technically lose like 90% of my investment on paper losses, which I fully expect will rebound back to normal, or at least close to normal, but probably in a month and a half, basically whenever the interest rate halves to 250%. But this is probably the riskiest of the three coins, but it is nonetheless an infinite supply and high APR coin that that I think over the long term will be the most stable of the three, because it'll pay the least amount of interest. The minimum interest this will achieve after like let's see. Come on. Will be let's see the specification. Yeah, here we go. Specification. So right now we're on block 70,000, so we're at the 500 APR. At 100,000 to 500,000, it'll be 250. Then every 500,000 blocks, it'll halve until the final APR of 7.8. So this thing's got a long way to go, and this is a typo. He means 1.389 days, not 1,000 blah 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 days. But it's gonna be a long time, so we can enjoy what I'm guessing, educated guessing, will be a excuse me, appreciating coin as time goes on. Yeah, so that's the story with compound coin. And Sprout surprisingly has actually performed really well for me. I started as a remnant of an old proof of stake coin that I used to stake that I no longer stake, called Quotient Coin. And when I pulled out of the market completely, I got at the time $180 worth of Bitcoin or USD, and I dumped it all into Sprouts. And now at these current prices of, let's say, 30,000 Dogecoin, or 30,000 Satoshis of Dogecoin for each Sprouts coin, my thing is probably worth like $5,000-$6,000, which really surprised me. But it's been 9.5 months since then, so this thing's grown really nice. So Sprouts pays 2% every day, but you're not eligible to stake until 5 days. Now, because hyperinflation has already occurred, like I said in my book, the difficulty is already very high. So the actual stake time is really more between, say, 8 to 20 days. Obviously, the bigger the stack, the faster it'll mint or sprout. Now, you do have to remember there is a hard limit of 2 billion per stack, so you need to make sure that the stack, when you add the minted reward, does not exceed 2 billion. Otherwise, for some reason, it will never mint, and then you lose all that time and therefore money. So just keep your Sprout stacks. I personally, make sure it never goes above 1.1 billion to 1.2 billion, and then when it does, I get the reward and I let it split. I don't recombine it at that point, because 1.2 billion, and then it makes 10% of itself after 5 days. then that's like 1.32 billion sprouts total, but divide that by 2 because that's what the wallet does. It splits that into 2. Just leave it at, split. There's supposed to be a sprouts renewal of the wallet, but so far I haven't seen the guy post anything. Let me do a hard refresh just to make sure. Yeah, there's nothing going on. So I suspect the guy is not going to work on it. I see a lot of people, they always say, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to code that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make everything great again." And most people aren't like Trump where they'll actually do what they say. They usually just fall off the wayside, and I think that's what's going to happen with this. But you never know. If he does, it's going to definitely have an impact on Sprouts coin. I think it's going to have a negative one because I think the guy wants to split the community, because he wants to change the APR and reduce the maximum global supply. So that requires a hard fork, which I personally do not approve of, but there's also nothing I can do about it. So, well, right now I don't work, and I'm trying to invest Bitcoin or Litecoin. Bitcoin will most likely appreciate, but if you're willing to be patient, Litecoin will probably be better. Yeah. And okay. So it's really up to you. The fact that you don't work, I mean, I don't know what your money situation is, but I would definitely consider cash flow, because that way, your investment will be making you money. Thing is, though, I kind of feel uncomfortable giving investment advice because A, I don't want you to blame me if something goes wrong, and something always does. But two, like, I don't know, 500. I mean, it's not a lot of money to me anymore, but that could be a lot of money to you. So, I would definitely do some more research. Alternatively, you could consider, reading my book, if you want to mine Bitcoin, or you could just do the research yourself too and not pay me anything for the book, because I do charge $10 for the book. Because even though I don't really care about the money for the $10, I do care that people actually do it, because because this actually works. I was able to move out of my mom and dad's place solely because of this. So to show my gratitude, now I teach this to everyone that's willing to do it. I think I messed up here. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The book already covers that you go on coinexchange.io to buy and sell sprouts. This is the only place that you go for it. This has been it's actually been pretty stable, with the exception of when it was down to 6,000 satoshis of Dogecoin, but it came right back up. And that's just how cryptos work. If it hits a bottom, it goes further below the bottom, and then it eventually comes back up. That's just how normal volatility works. Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of crappy that 808 coin has gone down a lot, but that's because Bitcoin's been going up too much. Dogecoin also went up too much today too. I think it's up. It was up at 1.70%, but I think it dropped back down a bit. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's now up 52%. So the 808 dog coin market was stable at 2% of a dog coin or so, but because dog coin suddenly jumped, of course 808 decides to go down in price. So there's a pretty nice big buy order down here. It used to be like 1.8 million dog, but someone sold about half of that. So now we're at I guess the market's decided to settle on this. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see in a few days. And it's also the weekend, so prices always go down on weekends because obviously no one's doing much trading. And yeah, you can see the effect of Dogecoin going up in price. It's all red, or almost all red. Yeah, look at that. I mean, there's some greens, and of course there's a couple of big greens. But yeah, for the most part, everything took a pounding. Damn. So, oh well. I've got another 7 days now before my next big stack, so hopefully this price will go back up by then. All right. Okay, so I think that covers all the bases. All right, I'm probably gonna cut this short. Let me think. Covered Sprouts coin. I covered Compound coin. I covered what you're supposed to do with the Litecoin and Dogecoin. Yeah. So all right. So obviously, as things change, I'll continue to update the book. Obviously, if you buy the hardcover or the paperback copy, that does not get updated. But I guess eventually, in time, maybe after a few years, if I ever become super famous, then those become collector items. Then you sell those unique collector versions of Mind Bigly for like a couple grand on eBay. Actually, I hope that happens. It'll boost my ego. But of course, Kindle will update everything. I don't feel like reading too much about the news. It's just more people getting angry. Yeah, so unfortunately, a lot of negative stories about Bitcoin, which basically means it's likely going to continue to go up. So Bitcoin, 60,000. 60,000 maybe. I'll have to calculate what the global market cap of that's going to be. Basically, a tripling in price will mean, yeah, $1.7 trillion. But that assumes the altcoins also correspondingly go up by that much too. Yeah. Also, I broke my lip, so that hurts a little bit. All right. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna cut this short. For those of you who are new, my name is Junson Chan, and I wrote a Bitcoin mining book called Mine Bigly, and then you can earn up to 200 to 808% mining altcoins, like I just mentioned. If you don't want to pay for the book, you know the coins that I stake, but you'll have to do your own research to figure out how to install everything and do all that stuff, because I don't do tech support. But the Bitcoin talk forums are really good for having people answer any of your questions. You just might have to wait a little while, especially if you're posting in the Compound Coin forums, because that community is very new and very small, but it'll eventually grow. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna end this, and I guess I don't know when the next stream will be, but probably in a couple days. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. It's basically whatever I feel like, but definitely whenever there's content. I want to make sure I'm pumping out stuff that's actually useful to all of you. So you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, Real Junson Chan, or gab.ai/Real Junson Chan, and I'll probably be able to answer it depending on what it is. Alright, so thanks for watching. Go check out my book, Mind Bigly, and I will see you all next time. Thanks.